Okay, so we're rolling.
All right.
Oh, this is Grand Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're here at an intergalactic banking and sales conference for Wall Street here, and the 1%, because the 1% is the best percent. Now, I'm here with Marie Antoinette. Now, Marie, what do you have to say about this Occupy Wall Street movement that's been going on throughout the galaxy? What do you have to say about those little people?
Let them eat cake.
I kind of need a little more, but because we're winging this, we don't really know what to say.
It's her slogan. That's why she was killed.
Okay.
She told them they're too poor to buy bread, so just let them eat cake.
Now, I know the little people and the poor throughout the galaxy don't seem to have the intelligence of the upper class, such as ourselves.
This is true.
Should these lesser beings with their education loans actually be educated? Are we wasting our vast resources on these people because they can't seem to pay their loans?
No, absolutely not. There has to be an uneducated part of our population. Somebody has to take out the trash. We can't all go to school and be wealthy and have great lifestyles.
Now, many of those educated are having a tough time paying off their loans, and they want to say, hey, I have all these loans and stuff like that, and I shouldn't have to pay them. Now, what does that have to say to all the middle class and upper class who have through their whole life been paying off their loans and doing everything they were supposed to, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to forgive loans and pay off loans for all those deadbeats throughout the galaxy who aren't doing any work and want us to forgive their loans?
I absolutely disagree with the fact that we should pay their loans off. They made the decision to take those loans out, and if that's the path that they chose for their life, they're dishonoring themselves by not fulfilling their promise to return the money that they borrowed to get their education. And they were given an education, and the fact that they're not making use of it, well, why would we pay back loans when they clearly just wasted money?
Now, one of the criticisms they have is about the level of unemployment and throughout the galaxy and the low wages. Now, what can be done to silence the lower classes and actually be able to crush them under our heel and control them better?
I firmly believe that we should actually restrict the poor and uneducated to certain states. They should be moved to Nebraska and Iowa and places like that where they can have their own society, and the rest of us with money and education and manners and etiquette, we can actually occupy California and New York. Let the 1% occupy the regions.
Yes, the good parts of the galaxy.
Let us take the parts that we can afford. We can afford it. We will occupy it.
So we should go back to the kind of like a lower class slave labor type thing.
Absolutely. That is just, I mean, that is a great way. If these people would like to enjoy the benefits of a wealthy society, they should perhaps maybe consider indentured servitude. That would be a wonderful option. They could absolutely just, the wealthy need butlers. The wealthy need people to wash the cars and drive them about. I mean, it's not too much to afford them a small little room in a shack out back. We could certainly provide that.
So, do you think now that we have various hunting on my particular game preserve, should we stick more of these lesser beings that don't have jobs and the unemployed? Should we like dump them out on our private preserve and actually start looking to hunt them and actually give them a live or die chance for their life and actually turn them into sport and turn them into athletes? And
I believe that necessarily we shouldn't have to hunt them. I mean, they're for our entertainment. I think they should hunt one another.
Oh, like a gladiator thing that we saw in the old days. Yes, I remember those days.
Absolutely. They can hunt one another. We put them in there, one survivor at the end of it, and that's just it.
That guy gets his student loans paid off? Well,
I don't know about that. That's going a bit far, but maybe just a certain level of, a higher level of living than that person was afforded before.
So we give them $1 an hour raise.
Yeah, just a little higher wage and a little nicer house maybe. But, I mean, you can't forgive prior decisions, certainly not. I mean, that would be like letting a murderer off the hook for murder. You borrow the money, if you killed somebody, you still killed them.
Now, is there any subject or any particular subject you'd like to say to the beings throughout the galaxy about any subject?
About any subject? Oh.
Anything you'd like to say to the beings throughout the galaxy?
The beings of the galaxy. That's kind of on the spot. Oh, goodness. To the beings of the galaxy, I would say Oh gosh, I did not come prepared.
All right, we'll go in there. So now you're famous for eating a lot of cake. What is your favorite type of cake?
Oh, that is a tough one. I do enjoy a good red velvet cake with buttercream.
Okay, so in closing, any last minute things you'd like to say to the beings throughout the galaxy?
I would just like to say that to my fellow 1%, enjoy your lifestyle.
Yes, we certainly do. So this is Grant Kukoff from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.